Published, 1751 Eastern Standard Time, the 9th of February 2018. Updated, 1821 Eastern Standard Time, the 9th of February 2018. Pep Guardiola has hit back at criticism from Gary Neville with a pointed reference to the Sky TV pundit's ill-fated spell as manager of Valencia. Neville, who was sacked in March 2016 after less than 4 months in Spain, branded Guardiola's decision to only name 6 substitutes at Burnley last weekend as a joke. The Manchester City manager claimed there were not enough fit first-team players to fill the bench, and he couldn't use members of the under-23s or under-18s who had already played before City kicked off at Turf Moor. Manchester City boss Pep Guardiola hits back at criticism from Sky Sports pundit Gary Neville. Guardiola took a dig at the Englishman's short and unsuccessful tenure as Valencia boss. Guardiola said, "This guy, the pundit, he has to know my job is serious. It's not a joke, it's never a joke. It's so serious, and he should know that because he was a manager, for a short time. Of course, the prestigious pundit can say whatever he wants. But I take the decisions. We'll be 18 on the bench tomorrow, against Leicester. Gary Neville can be happy. I am happy." The move was widely interpreted as Guardiola making a point over rough treatment of his players after Leroy Sane suffered ankle injury against Cardiff, and both Kevin De Bruyne and Brahim Diaz were the victims of reckless challenges in the next game against West Brom. Neville was sacked after just 4 months in charge of the Spanish side in March 2016. Neville criticised Guardiola for only naming 6 substitutes for City's game against Burnley, but the City boss insisted that he genuinely didn't have enough players and couldn't call on reinforcements from the lower teams. "It was the first time in my life that all of the players were injured, believe me," he said. David Silva and John Stones were not fit. David trained with us on Friday at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, but during the session, he said he wasn't ready. After that I went to the second team, but they were going to play against Swansea in an hour and a half, so I felt wasn't going to call the player to go to the bench when the substitute is normally another one. That is the reason why I didn't call one up. It was the first time in my life and an exception. If the training session had been at 11 a.m. in the morning, I'd have had 18, but it's not a big issue." The Man City manager claimed there were not enough fit first-team players to fill the bench. Asked if he would do it again, Guardiola added, "I don't know. Management is not a book where every time you do the same things. Sometimes I speak to the players in one way and another day in another way. All the managers do the same. It's not a book where you have to follow the rules." Stones is available to play against Leicester on Saturday, although Silva misses out with a hip injury. Sane was initially ruled out for up to 6 weeks, but is running again less than a fortnight after suffering his injury.